Hey everybody, welcome to the CharlieB Podcast. I'm your host, CharlieB. Do you ever feel like you have so much going on and you just need to breathe? Being a wife and mother can be so overwhelming, and sometimes you just need a minute. Take that minute with me, CharlieB. In this space, we'll talk about marriage, motherhood, and just being a woman. How do we manage to keep it together in the midst of everything that's going on? We're women, and that's just what we do. So listen, this is that pull up to the house and sit in your car for a minute moment. We all need those. You didn't have to, but I'm so glad you decided to spend that moment with me on the CharlieB Podcast. Let's jump right in.
Yeah.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Charlene, better known as CharlieB.
Yeah. Charlie Boo.
You're going to pay for that later, so. So, I'm honored to be here tonight. And I wrote a speech, and I'm going to try to get through it. I forgot my cup of water on the side, so if I signal you all, just bring it on up. I am who God says I am.
That's it.
Again, good evening, everyone. First, I want to say what an absolute honor it is to stand before you tonight. Because there was a time in my life when I would have never believed I'd be standing here. Not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't think I was worthy to. But if God can take a woman who once doubted herself, who was overlooked, who struggled to find her place, and put her on this stage tonight, there is nothing he cannot do. First, I give honor to God for my life, my journey, and for carrying me every step of the way. I also want to take a moment to honor the people who poured into me. To my husband, my man, my heart, the peanut butter to my jelly sandwich, the ice cream to my cone,
All right.
the strength to my weakness, the calm to my storm, and the answer to my prayers. The one who has never doubted me. I could go to him with the wildest idea and say, honey, I want to sell sandals to Eskimos. And without hesitation, he would say, he would give me his full support. That kind of love, that kind of support is the reason I'm standing here today. To my children and my siblings, thank you. You are my why, my strength, and my constant reminder to keep going. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my incredible coach, Brittany N. Smith. Brittany saw something in me before I fully saw it myself. What lived in my heart for years as just a thought, a desire. She didn't just help me bring it to life, she helped birth it. Like a midwife, she walked alongside me, pushed me, and when I needed it, encouraged me when I doubted myself, and helped me bring to life the CharlieB Podcast. And tonight, hearing her read my bio is a full circle moment. So thank you, Brittany, for being who you are.
Yes.
And to the Siani Strong Foundation, and my only brother David and his wife Tracy, thank you for this honor and for the incredible work that you are doing. What you do doesn't just support families. It touches lives in ways that words can't always fully express. When I reflect on my journey, I can't help but think about where it all started. I was a little girl who struggled in school. The one at the bottom of my class. The one who was never picked for the spelling bee, but I was always picked for races because I was fast. And for a long time, I was labeled as slow or even stupid. Life did not come easy. I've been through some trenches, some seasons that could have broken me, but instead of breaking me, they built me. Let me tell you about a moment I've never forgotten. The word was brain. I stood in my 6th grade classroom, one of the worst years of my life. The class was divided into 2 teams, Team A and Team B. I was on Team B. I walked up to the chalkboard, grabbed a piece of chalk, and with my hands trembling, I began to write B R I A N, brain. And then I heard it. She's so dumb. One of my teammates said it out loud for everyone to hear and to laugh. That was one of the worst days of my life. The good news is kids have short memories and everybody forgot about it by Monday. But I didn't. I remember it to this day. And there were many days just like that. People making it their business to openly shame me. You see, what came easy for others actually was rocket science for me. It wasn't until I was a fully grown woman that someone said to me, "Sweetie, I think you may have dyslexia." And I said, "What's dyslexia?" She said, "It's when you read words and see them backwards, and when you write them and they come out backwards." And I remember saying, "Oh snap, I think you might be right." I never knew. I never had a name for what I was experiencing. And suddenly, everything started to make sense. I still remember learning things along the way, like my little cousin Robin teaching me, I before E except after C. And to this day, when I write words like receive or believe, I say it out loud. I before E except after C. But what meant the most was that Robin never shamed me, not once. Here's what I know now. I am not who people say I was. I am who God says I am. My eyes are not too big. My eyebrows are not too thick. And I'm definitely not too short. I am smart. I am wise. I am capable. And I am chosen. I belong here because God said so. There is nothing that can stop me. Not dyslexia, not labels, not opinions, not what people choose to say about me. Because I am not defined by what I struggle with. I am defined by who God created me to be. What I went through did not disqualify me. It prepared me.
Yeah.
God doesn't waste anything, not pain, not confusion, not the season where you felt overlooked or misunderstood. He uses it to shape you for purpose. And sometimes the preparation, the pain, the journey connects you to something bigger than yourself, something deeper, something personal. And for me, that connection leads me right here to the Siani Strong Foundation. Because when my niece was in the hospital, we didn't just visit, we showed up. Two families with nothing in common came together as one. We took turns, we were present, we loved, and we showed up. We became everything that little girl needed. Siani was only here for 13 years. But her impact, her strength, her light, that will outlive each and every one of us. This foundation continues her legacy, supporting families through some of the toughest moments in their lives. Because when your child is sick, families don't just visit the hospital. Sometimes they have to live there. And this foundation shows up for them, just like we showed up for Siani. Siani lived her purpose. Now it's our turn to live ours. And that's why I do what I do. Through the CharlieB Podcast, I share my story, my truth. Not because I have it all figured out, but because I know what it feels like to struggle, to feel overlooked, to not understand your own story. And if my story can help someone else heal, grow, or see themselves differently, then everything I went through was worth it. I am who God says I am. I'm living out my purpose just like Siani, just like her parents. And my prayer for you is that you find your purpose and live it on purpose. Thank you.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the show. You can also like my page on Facebook at the CharlieB Podcast. Now, before you get out of the car and go to whatever is next, take a deep breath and remember, this is what you were created for. God gave you a different kind of strength, and whatever it is, you've got this. So again, thanks for tuning in. Really, you didn't have to, but I'm so glad that you did. Join me next time right here on the CharlieB Podcast.